Hey guys, welcome to Fight or Flight Academy's quarantine workouts. We're all stuck at home with nothing to do, so might as well get some movement on. Remember, rule number 8, don't die.
Oh, hey guys, didn't see you there. Well, today we're going to do some basic bow staff work. Now, you probably don't have a bow staff sitting around at your house, but I'm guessing you have a broom. If you take a broom and unscrew the head, voila, you've got a bow staff. Now, I personally have my own bow staff that I'm going to use, but you guys can use pretty much any stick you can find. You want something that's relatively light, relatively straight, and it should be, if you set it up hopefully about eye level, is about the perfect size for a bow staff. So if you can find something that's around this size, that's great, but it doesn't really matter. You can use a shorter thing, you can use a longer thing. You just have to kind of get used to it and figure it out. So before we get into spinning this thing around a little, first I'm going to tell you guys about the parts of a stick. And you might think like, oh, it's just one thing, right? No, this thing actually has 5 parts. First, you've got both tips. Those are extremely important. We'll be using those. Then you have a center point. Wherever the balance point is in the middle of it, that's a really important point to know as well, because you're typically going to be holding on to it right there. Then you've got your thirds. If you hold it on the thirds, you divide the staff basically into 3 pieces. This is important for a lot of striking things, which we're not really going to do today. We're going to be focusing mostly on spinning. So as long as you know where the middle is and you know where the ends are, you're good to go. The first spin that we're going to start with is just a basic kind of a propeller spin sort of thing. This can be a little complicated. We're going to try to go through it as slow as we can. You're going to start with your left hand straight out in front of you like so, and turn the stick upside down. Your other hand is going to go also upside down underneath like this. Let go with the left hand, spin the stick, go, 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 go. You're going to pass the first one, turn your hand over, catch the second one at your thumbs like this. Then let go with your right hand, spin it, pass the first one, turn your hand over, catch the second one. Turn your hand, pass the first one, catch the second one. Turn, pass the first one, catch the second one. Pass, catch, pass, catch. Pass, catch, pass, catch. Notice how my wrists don't move as I'm doing this. My left hand is always on top, my right hand is always on the bottom. You can basically keep your hands touching the entire time. They just turn upside down over and over and over. The good thing about this style of spin is because you're passing every other one, you can actually spin twice as fast as your hands are moving. So however many times I pass the thing, the stick actually spins twice, which makes it move incredibly quickly. This will take a lot of practice. So this is for a clockwise spin. We can also do the same thing counterclockwise. So let's go through that again. This time we're going to hold it in your right hand. Again, turning it upside down. You're going to come in with this hand upside down. This way. This is not my on side. So let go with the right, pass the first one, catch the second one at the thumbs. Let go with the left, pass the first one, catch the second one upside down. Pass the first, catch the second. Pass the first, catch the second. Pass, catch, pass, catch, pass, catch, pass, catch. So this time, my right hand is on top the entire time, my left hand is on the bottom, and it spins in the opposite direction. So this is a counterclockwise rotation. I typically count these by the times that it catches in, say, my right hand. Just arbitrary, it doesn't really matter. So if we start at the beginning, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My workout that I used to do with this was to do 100 on each side. So go ahead, hit it 100 times. It takes that kind of practice to get good at this. I'm not going to sit here and do that with you right now, though. You can pause the video, you can do that, and then you can come back to it. We're going to go into a basic figure 8 now. So for the figure 8, once again, you want to know where the middle is. Hold the stick in the middle, and now you're going to focus on just one end. Maybe if you can take a piece of tape or something and put it on that end so that you know which one it is, you can completely ignore the other end for now. So hold it out in front of you. You're going to take that end, and you're going to put it down to one side of your body on the bottom. Lift it back up, and then that end is going to come down to the other side of your body and lift it back up, making a figure 8, like we said. So again, if you just focus on one side of the stick, one tip, it's going to make a big figure 8 out in front of you like this. So this is kind of your basic figure 8 going out in front. This is a good way to learn it, but it's not actually the best way to do it. To make it a little bit better, rather than facing straight towards the thing, you're going to hold the stick off to the side. This way your body is a lot thinner. If you're out here, you got to go way back and forth. But if you're over here, it doesn't have to move nearly as much. So again, thinking about that one tip, you're going to bring it down in front of your body and then bring it down behind your body. In front, behind, in front, behind. As you get better at this, you'll learn that you don't really have to hold on to it very tight. I'm not keeping a super tight grip on it and trying to move my whole arm. It's a very relaxed grip, and I'm mostly just moving through my wrist. There is a chance that you will hit yourself in the face while you're doing this. It happens. Deal with it. It's not that bad. I've hit myself thousands of times with these things. So this is your basic downward figure 8. Now what we're going to do is combine the two movements that we've learned together. So starting out here, we're going to do our simple propeller spin that we learned before, and every time that it is in your right hand, you're going to do a downward figure 8 on that side. So right hand, downward figure 8, back to our spin. Right hand, figure 8, back to spin. You can do that every single time it's in your right hand. This will probably not come easily at first. It just takes a bunch of practice. Awesome. Now let's learn the upward figure 8. Again, thinking of one tip. For the downward figure 8, that tip went down and around. For the upward figure 8, that tip is going to come back so that it goes upwards. Again, thinking about just that tip, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Up, up, up. And then once again, if you turn it to the side so that it doesn't have to move as far, you can make it go a little bit faster, a little faster. So that's our upwards figure 8. Downward figure 8, upward figure 8. Downward figure 8, upward figure 8. Cool. Now let's go back to our, again, clockwise style spin here. If I'm doing a clockwise style spin, on my right hand on that side of my body is going to be a downward figure 8. We already did this one. But that means on that side of my body, it's going to be an upwards figure 8, which again, I'm going to do with my right hand just to keep things simple. So I hit it with my right hand, I can do an upwards figure 8 over on this side, then come back to my spin. Right hand, upwards figure 8, back to your spin. Downward figure 8 over there, upward figure 8 over here. Downward over there, upward over here. And then we can combine those two together and we can do a downward figure 8 on one side to an upward figure 8 on the other. This is the exact same rotation. I'm just skipping this motion in the middle. This is all clockwise rotation, downward, upward, downward, upward. Still clockwise rotation. So there you have it. Practice, find yourself a stick that you really like, and practice it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and you get really good at it. We'll probably be making more of these tutorials for more advanced bow staff movements in the future. Hope you enjoy them.